It's spring, which is the best time of the year. And no, that's not an opinion, that's a fact. In the springtime, the days are getting longer, the weather is improving, it's warm but not hot, and it rains periodically to freshen things up. The leaves come back, and the flowers are blooming. It feels as though you're hatching from a cocoon of cold, dark depression into a warm and happy butterfly. It's the only time of the year with a dedicated name to cleaning and clearing out your junk, which is one of my favorite pastimes. So in this video, we're going to accomplish a couple of things. Number one, I'm going to clean the shop and create space for new equipment, which I will be picking up later in this video. Number two, I'm going to follow the advice of a subscriber of mine who commented in the last video saying that I should replace the folding chair I've been using with a stool that's a little bit more memorable, and I think I've got the perfect idea. Number three, build a second stool, improving the design for one of you guys. And finally, number four, buy and pick up the new piece of equipment. Of course, there'll be problems along the way, but in order to grow, we'll have to face them head on. My plan for the stool is to use some leftover wood from the last project, but I need some new wood too. I'll be getting that from G&H Hardwoods. They've been a longtime supporter of the channel, so if you're in the state of Washington, you should swing by. They have a great selection at an amazing price. For the design, I want to combine two of my previous projects into one. The legs from the Ember coffee table and the doors from the Claro cabinet. I picked up some wood called spalted tamarind, which I'll use on the stool that I'm keeping. And then I'll be using some of the Claro walnut on the stool that's for you. These woods will add an interesting touch to what is a simpler project. This is where I'm at so far. Got this thing going. Don't know what you really call it, but it's gonna connect the stool legs together at the bottom, just like this. Except it's gonna be like right here. And then these are all gonna be tilted. It's not my cleanest work, but this stool's for me. I'm kind of using it as a practice run, and then I'll do it better on the stool that I'm gonna auction off. Not exactly sure how I'm going to connect that to the legs. Maybe mortise and tenon. Don't know. We'll figure it out. It's going to be kind of confusing because everything's going to be at an angle. So we'll see. I just quickly mentioned the auction there, but I'll explain a little more if you're interested in how you can get the second stool. The plan is to auction it off starting at $20 with no reserve, which means if it only gets one bid for $20, then it sells for $20. I'm not worried about what it goes for in the end. I just want one of you to have it. In addition to the stool, I'll also be auctioning off the Claro cabinet from the last video. I'll provide a couple links in the description, but wait until the end of the video to go check it out so you don't spoil the reveal. Jeez. Just grab the hammer. I got the bottom all connected. It's not glued, it's just dry fit using the dominoes. I will probably use mortise and tenon on the other stool just to make it a bit nicer. This one's just going to my shop, I don't really care. The next thing is, I don't know, do I need to connect these three together at the top because the seat's gonna be connecting them? Is it overkill? I don't know. I'm gonna do the seat first probably and then see how it is. I was originally gonna do a rectangle seat, but I think with this design, a circular one is gonna look better. In order to do that, I'm gonna have to wait till I get my new tool. I think I'm gonna go pick it up on Monday. Pretty excited for that. Today's Thursday, so got a couple days. If you wanna freak yourself out, just do a little Google search, type in your name, and I'll bet you there's a terrifying amount of personal information about you on the internet. There's websites out there that build profiles on your personal data to then sell to anybody that wants it. That's why I'm happy to be partnering with Incogni. Incogni tracks down and removes your personal data from all over the internet. The process is fully automated for hundreds of known data brokers. I signed up and almost immediately they sent out hundreds of requests to remove my data. If they ever miss anything, you can just copy and paste the URL into the custom removal feature and they'll assign a dedicated privacy expert to handle everything for you. If you leave your data out there for the world to see, criminals can easily acquire it and use it in scams or other illegal activities. Now, I myself can sniff out a scam from a mile away, but I'm worried about my grandparents who are at a super susceptible age to any type of scam. Frequently, my grandpa calls me and asks me if he should trust a certain email, and most of the time, he definitely should not. So I'm gonna add him to my family plan so that I don't have to worry about it, and neither does he. So take your personal data back with Incogni. Use code LATENIGHTDEAL with the link in my description box below to get 60% off your annual plan. That's incogni.com/latenightdeal. Thank you to Incogni for sponsoring this video. Glue isn't fully dry, but this gives me an idea of how the stool is looking. I like it. It's a little clunky. The finished work at the end, we're gonna have to try to, thin this out somehow. I think I'm gonna go with the circle top. This doesn't look bad, but I think the circle top will look better. All right, today is the day I'm gonna go get my new piece of equipment. It's gonna be a bandsaw. I'm gonna be borrowing my brother's truck and going to go pick it up now. Let's go. All right, after spending a whole lot of time tuning this thing up, I think I'm ready to try to turn it on. I'm always so nervous. I don't know why. It's spinning really fast. It can fly off. So, I don't know. It always makes me nervous, but I'm going to try turning it on now. Okay, here goes nothing. And it doesn't turn on. Huh. You're joking. That is so quiet. Okay, that was incredibly easy. It just went through like butter. I don't know if it's this wood in particular or if this thing just owns. I'm gonna have to make a circle cutting jig for this, and then I'll be doing this kind of wood on the top of the other seat as well. So I gotta resaw a couple of those pieces. Should be perfect little project for my new tool. I'm pretty stoked. This is awesome. That was awesome. A circle. I need to start on the second stool, and I just want to show you guys just how cool this looks. I'm pumped with the way this stool top looks. But for the other stool top, I'm going to be using one of the pieces from that slab I used in the last video, and I'm going to be resawing this. That's why I needed the bandsaw, was basically for this and cutting the circle, and I just want one in general. So I'm going to be resawing this. I think I'm going to start with the stool seat for this one instead of like building up from the bottom, just because I need to do some gluing with this and I need to hurry up and get this all done. For now, got to resaw this piece. I am honestly so impressed how easy that is to resaw a board. Like, I don't know if it's the bandsaw. It doesn't have a super expensive blade in it, I can tell you that. I know I spent a lot of time getting it all dialed in. But yeah, that just cut this thing so easily and straight. The blade doesn't drift at all. I'm in the middle of milling up the wood, and my planer is making such a weird noise. Like this, it's almost like a grinding noise. And I opened it up and I took the cover off the blades too. Nothing looks messed up in there. So I'm gonna run it with this cover off and just see where maybe the noise is coming from. I know that you're not actually supposed to run it without this top on. I'm gonna try it anyways. I looked it up and it's the gears ratcheting or something like that. So I have to take this thing apart and fix it because I need to do some planing today. This is not what I wanted. I have a timeline that I'm very pressed on, but can't decide when our problems hit us. Just gotta take care of them. So I just gotta take this thing apart and fix it, and then hopefully, I can do that in a reasonable amount of time. I probably won't, but whatever. I am knee deep in this job and it's actually going pretty well. I need to run to the store to grab some lube, and then I should be just lubing parts and putting it right back together. This actually hasn't taken that long. Hopefully it is the fix and I can actually keep using this. I found the culprit of the issue. It's this bearing, it's locked up. It's supposed to be able to spin freely, just like this. In the first place. Oh my God. Woo. There we go. Holy smokes, dude. I think it's back together and hopefully it's working. I'm gonna have to try it right now. Oh yeah, let's go. My brother came up to me and said, "Ever since I've seen how much effort you put into your YouTube channel, I've made sure to subscribe to every channel that I like to watch. If you knew my brother, you know how big a compliment this was." After hearing that, it honestly made my day. I work really hard on these projects and videos, so it would mean a lot if you subscribe too. I know most of you are watching this on a TV, so it might be a little bit more effort, but I encourage you to pause the video and click on the subscribe button. The next milestone is 50,000, and I'm getting close. I have a special video planned for when I hit 100,000 subs, so the sooner the better. If you want to take it one step further to support me, you can go to my Patreon and become a member. It costs $5 a month, and in return, you get your name laser engraved on my crosscut sled. Here are my most recent patrons being added now. Thank you everyone for your support. As you can see, I made a mistake when gluing up this stool top, and there's a gap between the pieces. But after some sawing to make the gap bigger, I was able to wedge a scrap piece of this burl wood to fill it in. And you don't really notice it unless you're looking for it. Mistakes happen. You just have to do your best to correct them. Next time, I think if I used a vacuum bag, it'd make it easier because I'd be able to see where the wood is at while the glue is drying. Today is absolutely the last day that I can work on this, but I think I can finish it, get some finish on, take some pictures, and then upload those to the auction site. I'm pretty excited for you guys to bid on this one. I hope you guys buy it, but yeah, so let's get to finishing this thing up. I just have one final reminder that if you're interested in the Claro walnut stool or the Claro cabinet from the last video, they are up for auction right now. The auction goes live Sunday, May 17th at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but you can bid before then too. This is how I sold the whiskey cabinet, and in my opinion, that buyer got a great deal. So maybe you will too. I'll provide links in the description below. Please go check them out and bid on them if you're interested.